Hi everybody, this is Angie. This is my channel about cross stitch. I hope you've got something good to drink. I've got, what have I got today? An Arnold Palmer. My new thing is putting lemon and lime in my Arnold Palmer, so quite refreshing. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope it's New Year's Eve. Today's December 31st. I hope that you are going to ring in the new year and look for the new, everything new, right? Let's get started. I have a new camera. My husband didn't know what to get me, and I said he noticed my iPad was kind of showing its age, and so I said, you know, instead of an iPad, I'd really like a new camera, a new laptop, so that I could record Flosstube, and that would be easier. And he made it happen. I know how blessed I am. All right, I got a full slate here. I wrote it all down. It's we'll see. I'm not going to go in order though. So. Follow me on Instagram, BUBMIE on Instagram. Come on over and join me. Let's start with finishes. I had a finish last night. Godzilla here. I did this for a high school friend, Avi. Avi lives in Wisconsin, and he works for the milk board. And I had a student who loved cows, just loved cows. And Avi on his Instagram or Facebook, one of the two, I think Facebook, showed some cow items that they had. And I said, hey, Avi, if you could send me some of these things for my student, that would be great. And he did. He sent me this whole box. And my student was just in hog heaven. And so somebody posted this on Avi's Facebook page and said, hey, Avi, you need this at your house. And so I said, hey, I'll make that for you. So I finished it finally last night. So I'm very excited to send that to my friend Avi. We were in band together. He was a trumpeter, and he was just a fun young man. And then when I started dating Dave, his sister was going to school at Indiana University and in journalism, and that's what Avi was in. And she would come home and I'd be there, and she was talking about school, and then she's talking about this dude Avi, and I was like, there can't be too many Avis running around in the world. So I was like, is his last name? And she's like, it is. So kind of had a small world moment. So Avi's a great guy. Okay, so my two other finishes was the girls got their stockings, and if you saw on Instagram, I posted pictures of them together. They loved it. I'm so happy to have these finished. You know, I was kind of sad that I don't feel like I had a lot of finishes this year, but both boys and their wives got the Home Piece by Brenda Gervais. Home, I don't remember what it says, but the big word is home, and the O, there's a H. Home is where your story begins, and then I put their names and everything on it. So I got both of those done and both of these done, and I'm a slow stitcher, so I'm really thrilled with both of these. And all the boys' stockings face this way except for Ben's, so I had the pattern reversed so that it will go the other way. So very happy to have those done, and the girls loved them, and they're staying here because they're waiting for their permanent homes to then have those at their houses. So they were very happy to have them. Okay, so finishes, whips, talk on it. I forgot one thing. We'll talk about that next time. We'll talk about one of my whips in progress next time. All right. I have to talk about a Stitchy Kindness gift that I got. I got this from Ginger. I don't know if you guys remembered, but a while back I had gotten a hold of some sawdust, and I still have sawdust. In fact, the shop teacher before break said, Angie, I have sawdust for you. And I was like, oh, Dave will kill me if I bring any more sawdust home in this house, because I still have in that closet, there are at least 6 bags. So if you'd like some sawdust, send me a message down below. So I had sent Ginger some sawdust to see, you know, how expensive would it be to ship it? Would it be economical? Because it's free sawdust. And then I said, you know, I said later, you know, if you want to, people want it and send me a little bit of money, I'd give it to the shop class. And the shop teachers were like thrilled. My neighbor down that lives down the block, she stopped by and got some. So I sent some to Ginger, and Ginger then sewed this for me and filled it with some of the sawdust. Isn't that beautiful? And she put her to initials in 2020. And so I apologize to Ginger for not acknowledging this sooner. I don't remember when I got this, but it was, it was just such unexpected and so beautiful. Her stitching is just impeccable. And the pattern is With Thy Needle and Thread by Brenda Gervais. And she converted it. How beautiful. And it sits here in my stitching room. So very excited, very happy to have that. Every time I look at it, it just makes me happy. I was cleaning here in this room. I changed out, there used to be a folding table right here. And I got rid of that, and I bought from Target, it's a shelving that's 9 cubes. And so I've got my magazines in there, and I've got whips in there, books in there. And as I was cleaning out in this room, because it was a disaster, because this is where Christmas happens, and like things that need to get stored somewhere. So I cleaned in here, and I found a tub that has all of my unfinished projects. And back when Dave and I first got married, I made this sampler. And I framed it myself. And I don't know why I took it down. I think because, you know, I found something, I wanted a wedding sampler, and I found what they had at the time. And this was a dimensions kit. I don't think I have the pattern anymore. I might. My wedding was in this light blue. That was my wedding, you know, one of our wedding colors. That's what the bright color the bridesmaids wore. So it kind of fit. So I had it framed, and then I unframed it, and I don't remember why I did, but I just framed it myself. So I think I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I must have washed it after I unframed it, because I'm thinking I glued it. And I'm going to take it to the framer and have it reframed. So I'm excited about that. And I'm planning on going through all of my UFOs and making them fully finished FFOs, fully finished objects. That's one of my goals for this year. At school, we do a Secret Santa. And so I did my best friend's daughter. Oops, sorry. My best friend's daughter got me, and she knows me well. And so she got me 2 little cross stitch kits. So I thought those were cute, and that was so sweet of Emma to like know me and go and get me that. And then my husband on Christmas, he was like, "You don't have a stocking." And I'm like, "I know. I'm taking care of the boys always." And Dave has a stocking. It's just a little stocking. I did this. This is on like, what count? I just bought the thread. It's on 18 count Ada. And this pattern is from For the Love of Cross Stitch from 1993. And so I told Dave, I said, I'm going to go through and I'm going to, I'll make me the companion pattern. And then this will be our living room stockings. And then, because in the family room is where all the Snoopy magic happens. And so I have these 2 patterns. And so I'll do these 2 patterns and put our names on it. And these will be our family room stockings. So I know that's quite ambitious of me when it took me forever to get those 2 stockings done this year. I know I've got my work cut out for me. And I forgot, I meant to say at the beginning, So I don't have any makeup on today. I woke up this morning and I have something wonky going on with my right eye. In the middle of the night, I woke up and it was goopy. And then when I woke up in the morning, it was closed. It was matted shut. So I've been to the eye doctor and got some drops. So I didn't dare put on makeup, but I wanted to get this video done today, the last one of the 2020. So what am I going to work on this year? I did my Whip Go board. You know, I told you in last one I didn't have a great Whip Go year, but it is what it is, and it's the process, it's the fun of cross stitching, right? And that's what we're all in for. I crossed off 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did finish stocking number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't even start some things. I mean, 2020 just like was a hang on to your hat kind of year. So I did fill out my new Whip Go board, which I'm pretty excited about. I tried not to be overly ambitious when I wrote this one out. So Whip Go, the Whip Go board is by Jessie Marie, and she calls to, you could go to, I don't remember, I think I went to Facebook. She has the download. You have to go, it's Jessie Marie Does Stuff or Jessie Does Stuff. I can't remember which one. I'll find it and put it in the notes below. And you have to go over to, I think it's More and then Files. So it was on Facebook. Files, and then there's a whole bunch of different ones to do because you could do a digital one of this. And there's some different ones, but this is the one I picked, and I had to blow this up so that I could see the squares. But she's called already. She called 6, the free space, and 18. And so what I have for January is out of the 2015 just cross stitch ornaments, I am working on this Prairie Schooler. And I have no idea where I've started. This is what I have done. I was doing it in a hoop. I have no idea where that is in the pattern, but that's what I have done. Oh, it's the bottom corner. That's what it is. It goes like this. Ouch. Stuck myself in my needle. It goes like this. And it's the bottom. Yep, it's the bottom corner. I think that's what it is. We'll find out January 1st. All right. So it was my goal to finish that. I should be able to finish that, right? And then I wonder what. I didn't even look to see if I don't even know that I was going somewhere. I needed something just to sit and stitch. Let's see. This fabric is on linen, 32 count linen. The name of it is Slate. And I think I'm doing it all in DMC. I don't know if I've picked out all the colors yet. Okay, the other thing that I'm working on is Series Black for my son Ben. I don't remember when I started this. I wish that I did. I started it on Christmas Eve one year. I did not pick it up at all this year. I should have ironed it, but this is where I am. I think it's full coverage. I think it's if I looked at the pattern right, I think it's 100 by 100. It's 100 by 150 stitches. So I think I put him on my board twice. One. He's on there twice. So we'll see how far I get. I'd love to have it done by September for his birthday. That's what I would love to have done. All right. Another new start that I'm going to have this year is my nephew Elliot is going to Eastern Illinois University. He's majoring in music, and his primary instrument is this upright bass, and he is a phenomenal player. And I got this from one of the Sunshine Stitchers. His name's going to escape me. It's the guy in Sunshine Stitchers, but I want to say Gary, but I don't think that's right. Is it? I think I met him at StitchCon, and he gave this to me. I bought it from him. He gave it to me at StitchCon. I think he told me this was out of print. But I'm going to make it twice because I'm going to make it again for my husband, who is a drummer. So he graduates this year, so I need to get that hopping. Oh, before I forget, I want to tell you. So Sweet Vana talked about her like fun family traditions that they have. And one of the things they have is they hide Bigfoot in their Christmas tree, an ornament. I don't know if hers is this big, but I've got this Bigfoot. Down by us, we live in Central Illinois, there is I don't know if it's a park. It's called Funk's Grove. And they tap the maple trees in the spring. And you could get Funk's Grove syrup because then across the road they have a house and they make syrup and they make maple candy. It's delicious. And the syrup's really good too. And there's the woods there. There's a nature preserve. There's, it's acres and acres. It's beautiful. You could have a wedding out there. They have this big section where they've made like a chapel and big old logs that have fallen. They've turned them into benches. And when there's a wedding, they put blankets over them so you could sit on the big logs. I mean, they're big logs. But there's signs as you're going to Funk's Grove about Bigfoot and looking out for Bigfoot. And my boys have always tried to run off through the forest and then scare us and look for Bigfoot. So they got this Bigfoot ornament one year. So Lana shared that they hide in their tree the pickle and Bigfoot, and whoever finds it gets a prize. Well, we all know Christmas was going to be different this year. It was just Dave and I and the boys and the wives. And so I wanted to do some things different because usually we're together with both sides of the family. We have big parties, and that wasn't happening. So I wanted to also find a pickle, and I got chocolate and lottery cards and lottery tickets, and so scratch off tickets. So I told the kids, whoever finds these ornaments wins a prize. And I didn't tell them what it is. They didn't know. Well, I couldn't find a pickle. I went I don't know how many places. I could not find a Christmas pickle. And so we were listening. Dave and I were doing something in the house. So we put on Christmas music, and Ferdinand the donkey, is that his name? Ferdinand, the Italian donkey. That song came on, and we were laughing about it and talking about it. So then when I went looking when I went trying to find this pickle and I couldn't find one, I found this ornament. He was the last one there. And I just thought, I think he's adorable. My husband does not like him. He says he's hideous, but I think he's adorable. Look at his spats. Oh my gosh, when I said something to my boys, they're like, well, what are we looking for? I'm like, a donkey with a top hat and spats. And they're like, and spats are? I'm like, oh. So they got this. And it was comical because they were excited. They had, all 6 of them had so much fun around our tree looking for these ornaments. And they were excited about the prizes. They were only excited about the lottery tickets. They left the chocolate. So next year there will not be chocolate with the prizes. There will be lottery tickets and something else. So I want to highlight a stitcher. She's not a cross stitcher. She is an embroiderist? Here's one of her pieces. Her name is Maggie Hurst, and on Instagram, her name is, I wrote it down, Allen Avenue Stitches. There it goes. Allen Avenue Stitches on Instagram. And Maggie does all of these adorable pieces, and I think almost all of them are in hoops this size. This year, she posted out saying, send me a copy of your child's name in their handwriting, and then she put them on, she stitched it and put the date. They're adorable. She hasn't posted on her Instagram, but she did all kinds of custom pieces, and she does that. She's out of St. Louis. I believe she'll ship. But she was hoping this year, as part of her business plan, she was hoping that she was going to get to 1,000 followers, and she got to 831. So I don't know if you need something cute and embroidered. She came to town um, and participated in a craft fair. Our local high school does a craft fair every year, and I found her booth and went to it. And the things that she has on Instagram are adorable. So go show her some Stitchy love. I got 2 fabulous Stitchy gifts for Christmas. Look at this snowman. Oh my God, I love him so much. My kids were like rolling their eyes at me because I kept showing them my adorable snowman because I love snowmen. So he'll stay up for all of January because I have a snowman collection. And I hate it when Christmas comes down. I just feel like the house is so bare, so the snowmen all come out. So this was made by Darla. I don't know the pattern. I'm gonna have to ask her. This was made by Darla, Kentucky Stitcher, KY Stitcher on Instagram. She's such a sweet, sweet lady and so thoughtful. And then my friend Kathleen's Trodden Trail. Look at this adorable felted box that she made, and she made this top. And then inside is this sweet little cup of cocoa. Isn't it adorable? Oh my gosh. Look how sweet that is. So sweet. And then inside the box was, this must be scraps of wool. I was really kicking myself at the same time of giving myself grace, because I felt I had grand plans of Stitchy gifts going out and none got done. So I've got a little plan I'm going to put down on paper to be better, be more. I did these big gifts, so I'm good, right? Give myself the grace, but I still wanted to get some Stitchy gifts out. So I'm making a plan. Get it done ahead of time, right? I had bought this. How many of you have an It's So Emma sewing journal? I don't have anything written in it. So that's my plan for this year. When I start a new project, I'm going to start keeping track of my new starts and when I finish them. And I wonder how long it'll take me to need a new one, because it goes up to 50. Yeah. So I've been getting to listen to a lot of watch to a lot of Flosstube since I've been home on break, and break has been fabulous. And I was giggling at some of the people and how many whips they have and how many things they're going to start this year. I was like, okay, I've lost count and I got to take my socks and shoes off now. Okay, let's see. Did I get new things to do? Plans? Christmas fun? Okay. So as I was cleaning out my room and all my stuff I have, and then writing down all the new things that I want to buy, I got to get it together. So I need to purge some things that I know I'm not going to stitch in my lifetime. I used to have this thing that I loved. I love Winnie the Pooh. I still love Winnie the Pooh, but my focus has been more on Snoopy. I felt I needed to pick one before I drove my husband away, because he used to buy me Snoopy and Winnie the Pooh ornaments every year, and I'm like, let's just pick one. Let's go Snoopy. So I have these 2 full kits. So who wants them? They're full kits. They're all there. Everything's there. They've been opened and they've been looked at, but I haven't touched them. So comment below if you would like to have these or know somebody who wants them. I'd like to pass the stash. These were probably, this one said it was $27. I don't know how much this one was. If you're like, ooh, that's a good kit, those are pricey. If you want to make a trade with me, I'll trade you for something, or, whatever. Or if you're just like, hey, can I have those? Message me below. We'll send them out. Because somebody should be loving them. Somebody should be doing them and loving them. They shouldn't be languishing in my closet. So as I was also cleaning out, I have several of these things. Like one's got thread in it, one's got some kits in it, one's got fabric in it. This one, as I noticed as I was going through it, it has all snowmen stuff in it. So I was like, this is going to be, besides my whip go board and all the things that I want to do, this is going to be my January, what can we start thing. I've got some little things in there, and these were gifted to me by Norma Roberts, a sweet, sweet stitcher from, she lives out on the East Coast, I want to say New York, and I met her at the Fancy Work Stitching Retreat, the first retreat I ever went to. Look at this heart and hand little pillow snowman. I should be able to get him done pretty quick, right? So let's see, the oldest things that I have in here. There's another little Stitchy gift pillow. And then these two adorable, I took one out to take with me in the car yesterday, but I was more ambitious than when I got done. These little snowmen, and they've got little patterns in there. This one says graphs for bundle up and snowflakes, 5 cents. And this one has graphs for snow days and you melt my heart. So I think you could choose which one you want. And then I have this Mr. and Mrs. Snow Plum. These are fully kitted. And then, oh, you guys, I love to see your mirabilias. I love to see them. But if you would have bet me $100, I would have said, there's never a mirabilia that I will stitch because they're beautiful, but I'm a boy mom and I'm not super girly girl. I mean, I like pink and I like girly things, but I'm more comfortable in sweats and sweatpants or jeans and out back using a chainsaw. And so while I'd like to admire them, I never saw that being my wheelhouse and stitching one. And then I find in this box this snowman. I've never seen, I don't remember seeing this when I got this. I've slept since then. But here is this Mirabilia snowman, and it is fully kitted. So I'm thinking this just might have to get done. So I was like, wow, I never would have said, yeah, I'll do a Mirabilia. Now, okay, if I get granddaughters, they might need a Mirabilia, right? Okay, so what else was in my box of things? Whitaker by Stacy Nash. I have the threads for it. I don't have the fabric. The 36 count. So he will need to get done. And then I've got the fabric for this hands-on design. And my recent purchases of snow are these two. I think I showed this last time. And then that one. So that's what's in the snowman box. So we'll see what gets done out of this in January this year. And I don't know, I think I've said it, but my school district will no longer do snow days, and I'm very sad about that. I'm very sad about that because we can teach remotely now. Okay, so is that everything? I think that is. I hope that you're all well. I know that 2020 has been hard. It's been a roller coaster of a year. There have been some wild and crazy things that have happened. There have been some fabulous things that have happened. I've counted my blessings, and there's been a lot. There's been really a lot. So hopefully 2021 will be better, right? So I'm going to try not to do a Midwest goodbye again, but I loved your comments about those and understanding the Midwest goodbye. Dave's parents always would walk us out to the car and then stand there while we were in the car and talk to us for like 10 more minutes. So that's how it goes. Happy New Year. Happy stitching. I hope that you get to stitch all the things, and I'm excited about this year and what all I can get done and I can stitch. And I plan on being better about writing in my my Stitchy journal and writing more things down and keeping track of things. I'm not going to count stitches because I stitch too slow. I couldn't, I'd like lose count a million times. So I plan on being better about writing things down and keeping track of those things and seeing how much I could get done. And I look forward to watching you on Flosstube as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. And just, there's no bells and whistles. There's nothing fancy. I wish I had like all the stitches like Saltbox Stitcher and 911 Stitcher and Daylene. Oh my word, Daylene, such a prolific stitcher and such a sweet, sweet woman. So I'm going to sign off now. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll hit the like button and I hope you'll leave me a comment. And we'll talk to you soon. Happy New Year.